It's me again. Welcome back on my channel. Um, I guess this video is gonna be a little bit longer than other videos because I just want to introduce you brand AERIN. Probably many of you already heard about this brand, but for those one which didn't hear anything or you are just curious about the fragrance which I want to introduce you, I will just tell you just keep watching and then maybe you can just get know something new about some fragrances maybe which you didn't test or you were curious to, and especially which you maybe would like to buy. So AERIN, it's a brand which is quite new on the market, and in my opinion this is a little bit brand which belong to niche. Maybe on the website anywhere I didn't actually could find, I wasn't even specially searching for this, but in my opinion it's kinda niche brand. I cannot say that this is typically mainstream brand because for me it would be a little bit not fair, because first of all AERIN fragrances are a little bit expensive comparing to fragrances from perfumery store, and yeah, it's quite a family business, so it's like a little bit like the same history, the same story like we have with niche fragrances. So I really have to tell you about some really interesting perfumes. Actually almost all of them I really like, almost. And I've been wondering, maybe not, I just wanted to make this video for a really long time, but I wanted to order some fragrance, but there was really crazy story. First of all, like it was a limited edition fragrance. First of all, I couldn't find this fragrance anywhere. Where I found it wasn't in Europe country, or there was no possibility to deliver to the Europe. When I finally found some website from Europe, delivered to my country, there was problem with payment, so I had to make appointment with them. I was calling like several times to them, just to, because they asked me in the mail just to call to them, make some appointment, and then I will have to call to them and they have to ask me for some informations to confirm, because they cannot confirm the payment and blah 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 and etc. So finally we did this. After a while we made appointment finally, because when I calling there, the lady was saying me something that I couldn't understand in Spanish language, saying that there is no one speaking in English, and I was like, but I have appointment and there should be some lady speaking in English. So finally, yeah, we confirmed the payment, and the moment when I actually should get my parcel, I was expecting 2 weeks of delivery, because this is what I think this is what I read during the mail after when they confirmed the payment, that okay, everything is now okay, so like during 2 weeks I should get my parcel. And I just mailed to them because I couldn't find any information about my parcel on their website, and I asked them what's happened, and then I got message back that actually my order was cancelled. I was like, what? After so many struggles, my order has been cancelled without informing me. There was some reason, I already don't remember what was the reason, but I ordered also another fragrance. It was like 2 months ago, maybe 1 month, no, 2 months ago. And then I didn't have enough time to just make a video, so now I come in. I hope you will just forgive me. So just a little bit. So I want to introduce you AERIN brand. Long story short, AERIN is actually the full name of the person which is the creator of this brand is AERIN Lauder. And AERIN Lauder is actually the grandchild of Estee Lauder. So actually Estee Lauder is like really huge brand which actually have many brands under. And for those one which maybe didn't knew, Jo Malone is also belong to Estee Lauder. So like L'Oreal also have many brands like Garnier and other, and I think Garnier also and Maybelline. It's the same story like here. Estee Lauder have many brands below. So AERIN is actually the grandchild of Estee Lauder, and like I said, this is like big family business. And first time I met this brand, it was like a couple of years ago, I guess 6, maybe 5 years ago. It was Hudson Bay department store, and we went there. You know, on the level 0, there was many cosmetics and perfumes and brands, actually the beauty brands. So my fiance was asking that time, not yet, but he was asking for some fragrance for himself, for some advices, I don't know. And I just noticed really nicely decorated table with this short information about, you know, AERIN and connection with Estee Lauder and blah blah blah. And there was that time, I think maybe 8 or 7 fragrances, and they has been placed nicely in one row. And I start, you know, picking cup one by one and just smelling. And there was one fragrance which actually I like really. And the time when I has been picking the cup and put close to my nose, I was like replaced from the crowdy, a little bit loudy, noisy place when I has been to replace to the place where I has been growing. I've been feeling like it's May, and I feeling on my body semi-warm air, and I'm holding in my hands, instead of the cup, the huge bunch of lilac flowers together with leaves and with sticks, and you know, just directly from the tree, from this bush. And the place where I'm growing, you have like the gate where you have to get in, and then you have a path to the house. And there's like on the end of the April or on the beginning of May, it's depend how warm it's weather. The lilac bushes, trees, actually they are so old that they are now look like a trees. So since when I was a child, they already look like a trees, as far as I remember. So the lilac trees are blooming, and the sticks has been so always heavy because of these flowers, that they has been hanging, you know, above of this path which you have, which is, you know, in direction to the house. So always that I have been coming back from school, I've been always smelling them. like a crazy, you know, putting nose into this bunch of the flowers, you know, and just smelling. It's like, oh my god, I love this. It's really amazing scent. So this is actually, you know, it was actually, I think, few seconds moment, but for me that moment was like forever. I really had to pinch my skin after all, because I couldn't believe that something happened to me. I never had something before and after this situation. Maybe it's because I miss so much my family and my place where I used to grow up, and maybe that's why. But I'm talking about actually AERIN Lilac Path. This is the fragrance which actually made me to love this brand, and I have a feeling that AERIN is creating fragrances. She's trying to create fragrances which actually she smells something somewhere and she tried to close the fragrance in the bottle. You know, the scent of some place closing into the bottle. In my opinion, this is one of the best lilac fragrances which I ever smell. I used to try also Jacques Fade, how it's called? There is also some lilac fragrance, and many people are saying that this one is the best lilac scent. Okay, it's nice, but after a while it's starting smelling, you can start smelling this Jacques Fade DNA fragrances, which actually, for me personally, it's a little bit disturbing during the smelling and enjoying the lilac scent. So it's a little bit kind of annoying, but here you can smell lilac since beginning till the end. It's very kind of boring fragrance because it's not changing during the wearing. It's smelling, it's one line scent, so you are spraying this and you can smell the same all day, but actually it's lasting for around 6 hours. Sea Lash, I cannot say that it's huge or it's super intensive. It's actually moderate. So longevity and Sea Lash, it's moderate because 6 hours it's not so bad. But in my opinion, it's the best lilac fragrance. So if you are searching for lilac fragrance, I would really honestly recommend you this one. It's smells like lilac during the cold weather. So normally when it's warm and you can smell the lilac, it's a little bit more sweeter, and here I can recommend the opening notes from Jacques Fade Lilac fragrance. But this one, it's maybe because it's one line fragrance and you smell from beginning till the end the same way. Probably Jacques Fade Lilac fragrance could be for me also the best one if later, you know, the DNA Jacques Fade fragrances couldn't disturb me during the wearing and the DNA note wouldn't be so intensive, then probably I would love Jacques Fade fragrance because it's really nice, sweet, probably because of the linden flower, which is giving probably the sweetness to the fragrance. This one is not sweet, but it's fresh. It's like really lilac during the colder weather. It's not so sweet, but anyway, it's reminding me, you know, it's not the same lilac scent which you can smell from the tree, from the bush, but from the bush, oh my god. But it's actually the closest one which I could ever smell, and the thing which I was, you know, feeling after when I first time smelled it, I was like, I love this fragrance and I love this brand. And I'm glad that there is someone like AERIN creating fragrances which she trying to close in the bottle, like something that I really always dream of. It's something amazing. After, you know, this what's happened, I tell it to my fiancé, that time my boyfriend. I couldn't just you know, keep quiet after this. So I tell him, and he was like, I need to buy this fragrance to you. So time was passing, and he bought me this fragrance. I'm really glad. I'm really glad. And wherever, you know, I'm missing a little bit springtime, then I'm applying this. I really like it. I will honestly recommend you this one. If you are searching any lilac fragrance, I will recommend you this one. My second fragrance I also got from my fiancé. It's called AEGEA Blossom. It's a little bit more long lasting because it lasts easily 8 hours, and sillage is also moderate. It's not like super crazy and it's not like super intimate, but I would say here is also moderate. I really love the way how it smells. Actually, I got this little bottle, the cutie one, which is almost empty. This is 5 ml. I got as the first one this little bottle, 5 ml, and during some shopping also in Hudson's Bay probably, and they gave me this. Oh my god, I fell in love with this fragrance. I never smelled anything so unique as this one. If you are searching fragrance for summer, like oh my god, actually when I'm smelling this fragrance, I will tell you how I'm feeling. I'm feeling like I'm in some Amalfi Coast, Positano or something like this. It's crazy, but I'm feeling like that, really. I'm feeling like here is closed Italy. The fragrance is from Italy coast of Amalfi. I don't know, I'm just feeling like that. I don't know if there is smelling like that, but I'm feeling like I'm in Italy when I'm spraying this fragrance. It's so well blended. It's not too sweet, and it's not too fresh, and it's not too citrusy, and it's not too flowery. Like, it's crazy. I really like it. I really like it, and it's super fresh. And honestly, the summer fragrance for holidays, especially in Italy, when you want to feel like you are in the Amalfi Coast, Positano or something like this, I'm honestly recommend you. Crazy, amazing fragrance. I really like it. Oh my god, I love it. So this is like the second fragrance from this brand, and I love it. The rest fragrances I bought on my own. The third one which I got is GARDENIA Rattan. I remember when I has been testing the fragrances, smelling them, I also like this one, but it's very delicate fragrance. It's also fragrance dedicated for summer, but it's super delicate. I used to read many comments about this fragrance that is not long lasting, and I bought this fragrance and I wear it for a while, and I was like, oh my god, I think they were right. But actually, I didn't give up. I just started testing more and more this fragrance, and I must say that it is long lasting. It really is. It's even more long lasting than Lilac Bath. If you will spray it on your clothes, if you want to, put the same sheet on the second day, you can still smell this fragrance on it. So it is long lasting, but it's not intensive. It's really intimate fragrance, but the scent, it's amazing. What I can smell, it's very fresh fragrance with a little bit of watery notes, but actually, to what I can just compare this, if you know how to smell a real gardenia, because actually it's really difficult to find fragrance which smell like realistic gardenia. I used to have in the past bushes of gardenia, little bushes which died, but later I read that keeping gardenia is very difficult, but there is, you know, many splitted comments about this, that gardenia is easy, gardenia is difficult to keep it. For me it was really difficult because I couldn't make it work that it gonna bloom and it gonna be everything okay. My gardenias died, unfortunately, but I know how smell really gardenia, and as far as this is the best and favorite flower I ever could smell. Like, you know, after rose and after white lilac, gardenia is like, you know, the queen of the fragrances in my opinion. And maybe because it's so unusual. Tuberose is also okay, but many people just mixing fragrance tuberose with gardenia, because in some fragrances there is more tuberose than gardenia and people just thinking that this is gardenia. No, but if you are thinking that you are buying this fragrance because this is amazing gardenia fragrance, don't buy it. If you think that it's gonna be the best gardenia fragrance for you, the most realistic, and you want to buy it totally blindly because someone told you that this is the most realistic gardenia fragrance, no, don't believe it. I can tell you actually how I smell it. If you know how to smell the real gardenia fragrance, just the real from the bush, and you will just splash this and, you know, just destroy this flower and add, you know, a lot of water to this, then probably you will get something what smell like gardenia rattan. This is like a little amount of gardenia with a lot of fresh water, with fresh air, and really creamy in the same way, and you can smell frangipani, a little bit of frangipani on the base note. And I think this is what is this creaminess and this powderness, it's giving actually the frangipani. Because actually on the beginning you can smell a little bit of gardenia, but really fresh, very watery gardenia. Really very watery gardenia, and on the dry down you can smell a little bit of this powderness of frangipani. And yeah, you can smell a little bit of this frangipani. Of course it's really cute and nice, because there's also not a lot of fragrances with frangipani, with plumeria, but I really like this fragrance. It's very intimate and it is long lasting, my ladies and men's. The interesting also thing is, like, we are talking about gardenias, that in the past, I guess in 20th century, or oh my god, what I'm talking about, in 20s or 30s, in 1920 or 1930, actually men's were using the fragrances with the note of white flowers. This is what I read. There was some article on Fragrantica one time, and this is what I read, the story about some fragrances, that in the past, the the guys, they has been wearing the fragrances with white flower notes. And if you would like to recognize if the woman is prostitute or not, then mostly prostitute has been wearing patchouli fragrances. Of course, this is nothing comparing to nowadays, because now times has been changed, but I really would like to smell this on a man, to be honest. I'm curious how it's gonna be, you know. I cannot imagine actually, maybe that's why I would like to just try to smell it on the man, like how it's gonna smell on the man, because personally I really like the scent. It's very watery, creamy, powdery gardenia, very fresh, intimate, and it is long lasting. Okay, the last fragrance which I have, and I think it's not my favorite, it's Wild Geranium. I love all of the bottles of those fragrances. I really love the bottles. the shape of the bottle is super cute. The cups is of course plastic, but anyway, the colorfuls, this color is so super unique and really nice. But this one, you know, it's the most fragrance I think from AERIN which I actually don't like as I like the others. Like the others I really love and I really appreciate that I have them, and I'm really happy that I have them. This one I bought this totally blindly. I read comments and many people which like the same fragrances which I from AERIN, they also like this one, so I guess okay, we have similar nose, so probably I would like also this one. And I read also many comments that this one is smell like the most realistic geranium fragrance. They has been describing this like a scent of white flowers from field, you know, the field white flowers. Some of the people has been describing this fragrance, oh my god, I forgot already how it was. Like some peony, there is more peony in it. So, you know, wherever I said how it's gonna smell, the people which like the same fragrances as me, and I like peony in fragrances, I like, and generally I like also peony and the way how it smells. I like white flowers from field, I like geranium, so I was like, okay, probably I will like also this one. So I bought this fragrance totally blindly, and when I smelled it, it was like some mix of something. And I must say that while the geranium, it's not the same what is geranium. This is like totally two different plants. And I will put the pictures of wild geranium and the geranium somewhere on the side. And I never smelled wild geranium, and maybe this is how I smell actually the scent, which is probably similar to wild geranium. Probably, I don't know, but it's, you know, it's some kind of something, you know, like a flowers, a little bit sweet, and actually I cannot recognize what kind of flowers is it, but I don't like it, and it's giving me actually some vibe of celebrity fragrances. It doesn't look like 80 euros, it doesn't smell like 80 euros, it just smells like some cheap celebrity fragrance, flowery, sweet celebrity fragrance, or just flowery celebrity fragrance from the drugstore for about 15 euro. I'm really disappointed about this one because in my opinion, AERIN could made way more better job. Maybe this is real fragrance of wild geranium. But I'm disappointed. It's not this what I expect. After this what I have, and after this what AERIN create, and comparing this to this, it's like, I don't know actually. I really don't like it. Of course I'm gonna try it, I'm gonna test this, I don't give up. I will try to wear it, but as far I don't like it. I really don't like this one. It's nothing like peony. Maybe it's something kind of like a mix of peony with some dry white flowers. But I cannot smell here anything what could be similar to geranium. But maybe this is how smells similarly wild geranium, which is in the name of this. I don't know. But as far I don't like it. It smells for me like really celebrity fragrance. Here is my collection of boxes. with AERIN fragrances. I just want to show you. Of course, AERIN have way more fragrances, and I guess each of you will find something for themselves. I know that they are quite expensive, but they are really nice and very unique. And actually, many of them, they are unique, except I guess this one. No, actually, I think there is some of them which are not also the best one. But I really recommend you this brand just to try and check, and if it's possible just order some sample set, because it's very nice brand. And I have a feeling that AERIN is just, you know, trying to close some nice fragrances of some places in her bottles, you know, just to share with all of the world with this amazing scents. I guess this is all what I want to say. You will leave me a comment down below if you ever try this brand. Which one of AERIN fragrances is the best one? Do you have the same feelings about these fragrances as I have? Share with me about your opinions. What do you think? And see you next time. Bye.